Hello everybody and welcome back to our final actual attack with our keylogger and backdoor. So right now what we want to actually do is, before we run the attack, let us first of all delete the backdoor from our persistence and also delete the registry key for our persistence. So if I just type here dir at this directory right here, so there, and you delete the backdoor.exe, so we can actually fully run the actual. Let me just see, access is denied. It could be because it's open already, so I didn't close the reverse shell previously, so let us see. Yeah, I have multiple reverse shells opened. Operation could not be completed. Sometimes it closes properly and sometimes it doesn't close properly. But that could be something with my Windows 10. It could also be something with the reverse shell, but we saw in the previous video everything works perfectly. We can execute commands, we can take screenshots and so on and so on. So we want to delete now the backdoor. We check once again, there nothing is here, so we do not have the backdoor. And let's also delete the registry. So go to the regedit, administrator password. We want to go to the actual, not this part, we want to go to the current user, then the software, we find Microsoft, right here we find Windows, current version, and then run, which is right here. We delete our backdoor, delete it. Are you sure you want to permanently delete this value? Yes, and right now, before we actually run our backdoor, we want to actually make a few changes so this actually doesn't look so suspicious. For example, we do not want to change our, or we do not want to create a persistence with a name called backdoor.exe. Let's call it Windows32.exe, for example. Something that doesn't get too much of the attention, even if it is seen in a folder. So we change the location of the backdoor to be Windows32.exe, but this also means that we have to change a few other things, such as, or we do not actually have to change right here since it specifies it as a variable, but what we do have to change is right here, keylogger.txt, let's call it, for example, windows.txt, or I don't even know, let's call it process manager.txt. Doesn't even matter, you can call it whatever you want, just don't call it keylogger, since if someone sees that, it will know that basically they have a keylogger on their system and then they will delete that folder. So we changed these two, but you need to know that if we change the process manager right here, or basically the keylogger.txt right here, we also have to change it in our keylogger. So nano keylogger.py, and right here we have to change it to be process manager. So they have to be the same. So let's see if anything else right here, nothing really like here. We have our keylogger ready, our reverse shell ready, and let's run the full compilation command with our image. So wine root.wine, then drive C python 27, then scripts pyinstaller.exe, add data, and then we specify here root Windows, or not Windows Python, root Python programs reverse, and then the name of our image. We after the image have to add the dot and the comma and then dot. So let me zoom in case you don't see it, but you should already be familiar with all of these commands. We ran it a dozen of times. And after that we want to specify the regular options, one file, no console, and we want to add the icon which we downloaded in previous videos, which is root downloads dragon.ico. And then all we have to do after this is specify the name of the file we want to compile, which is the reverseshell.py, and press here enter. So right now what we need to do is go on our USB, import this. Then once we import that, all we have to do is copy the reverse shell into that folder and we will be good to go. So let us see how all of this will work. We will try out all of our available options in order to check out every option if it works correctly at the final project. So go to dist, move reverse shell to media, root Kali live, we copy the shell there, everything is copied, we delete all of the unnecessary files, and we run our server. So server listens for incoming connection. We now unplug our USB drive. We can paste it on our desktop right here. Whoops, bunch of programs opened. So for some reason right here it doesn't really have the icon, but it doesn't matter. We can see before we actually run it. If I just type here dir once again, there is no backdoor.txt, there is no keylogger.txt. Right here in our registry, right here we do not have the backdoor registry. So let's run this in order to see what actually happens. We run the program. We can see everything works perfectly. It opens the image, so it looks legit. It really does open the image that the icon specifies. And right now, in a few seconds, we should be getting the shell back, and in a few seconds, we should also have the registry right here. So let us close the image since we do not need it. Now, if I just go right here and there once again, you can see right now, if I just go down here, we have something windows32.exe, which looks like a normal Windows program, and it will not get any attention by the users. Now, by anyone that actually knows all of this stuff, this will actually still be suspicious, but that is something we can't change. So we have the windows32.exe as our backdoor with persistence in our app data roaming folder. And we also have in our registry key, if we refresh with F5, we have once again something called backdoor, which we forgot to actually change. I will show you later on how you can change the name of this as well in the command, but the backdoor actually runs our persistence with this windows32.exe program. So right now, all we have to actually do, since we got the shell back, is execute commands. So who am I? -a. Let's try something else that doesn't really work. So if you just type apr-a, APR is not recognized, so we get the error. We type here ipconfig, for example, netstat, so we can type here basically anything, and we will receive all of these system functions back. But right now, let's see what are our available options. So we can see help, we can download path, download a file from target PC. So let's type here dir, see what we can actually download. We can go to some directory in order to download some other file. So let us see right here if we have anything to download. If we don't, it doesn't really matter. We already checked it out and it worked. So let us open this back. Let's see our other available options with help. We can upload, so upload a file to target PC. We can do that right away, so let us just create a simple file and let's try to upload it just to see if it still works. So cd python and then reverse nano upload.txt, or let's call it test.txt, doesn't even matter. Hello. We save it, then we go right here and then we try to upload test.txt. We see if we successfully upload the file. We can see test.txt is right here, says hello, so upload and download functions work. So we delete the test.txt since we do not need it, and you can see right now it doesn't exist anymore on target PC. Let's see what else we can do. Get URL, so we can download a file from any page. So let's see how we can actually do that. Let's go, for example, to our Firefox and go to some, for example, GitHub repository and see if we can download a file to the target PC from the GitHub repository. So let's try to download some actual, start new session. So some actual password lists to the target PC in order to check. So 10,000 password list. We'll go to some GitHub directory. This should exist somewhere, or basically we can download any password list we want, but let's just try with this. Scroll down. Let's see 10,000 password list at GitHub. So we go to the raw file right here in order to see the password list themselves. So just click here raw, and specify this path right here. So copy. Let's see if this will work. So all we have to do is actually specify get and then the URL. So get, or let's actually see in which directory we are. We are at desktop. Let's make directory just for this file. So mkdir to make directory, testing download, cd to testing download. We can see right now we are in this directory right here that we created. And let's get and then specify the path. So we press here enter, we wait for it to finish. It says downloaded file from specified URL. If we go to our testing download, we can see 10 million passwordlist.txt, which has those 10 million passwords, or 10, I'm not really sure. Apparently there's 10 million, but it doesn't even matter. We saw that this actually works. I'm pretty sure there are 10,000 here, not 10 million, but doesn't really matter. So our get function works. We can download any file from the internet to target PC. Let us delete the file. Well, let's not delete it, we don't really care, so let's type here help. We can see start program on target PC. If we just type here start notepad, start calculator, start explorer, we can see it starts all of these basically windows right here. So we can see it started Explorer, started Notepad, started Calculator. Basically we can start files on or programs on target PC. Let us check the screenshot function. So screenshot, we just press there screenshot, and then we check if we successfully downloaded it in our directory. So just go to places, computer, in order to see if we downloaded the screenshot. We go to the root. Let me just find it. Python programs, so Python programs, reverse. And here we have our screenshot. So we can see we took a screenshot of our Windows 10 PC, which is basically just our Kali Linux machine. Since we are running Kali Linux machine on Windows 10, you can see it is Windows 10 by these icons down here. So screenshot function also works. Let us check out what else we have. So the next one is check function. So check user privileges. So we can see that we are running as user privileges and not as administrator. Then after that, if we just type here keylogger start, _start, so we can see before we started right here there is no windows.txt for our keylogger file. We just type here keylog start. We type here there once again. We now have the, what was it called? What did I name it? Oh, I named it process manager.txt. So it created that folder right here. And now whatever we type on our Windows 10 machine, hello world, standard as always, and we just type here keylog dump, _dump. Well, basically 5 seconds didn't pass, so it only typed here hello or just hell. We just type here keylog dump once again, so keylog _dump. We can see hello world printed out right here. So everything works perfectly, all of our coded functions work, and you can actually continue adding some of the other functions you might need also in your program or also in your backdoor. We will finish it right here. So this is our final project. We tested out every function and it actually works. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of coding backdoor, and I hope I see you in the next one where we will actually see how we can code advanced brute forcer, for example, for routers. Now for my router, for basic authentication. Now I will show you what basic authentication is and how we can actually code it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!